What's up, everybody? I'm John Middlekauff. You know what I need you to do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got content for days reacting to every NFL game all the time, every single day. Subscribe, like the videos. Let's go. Speaking of a guy that wants to be financially rewarded, if you're Garrett Wilson, it's pretty simple. Like, I produce at a high level. I'm clearly one of the more talented players at my position. Like, this is the going rate. And when you're a player, it's no different like being a kid. If your brother gets a bowl of ice cream, you want a bowl of ice cream. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this work, and especially now, go into the office a lot. And there are probably people at your office like, well, Billy doesn't need to show up on Mondays or Fridays. You're like, well, can I fall under that category as well? I only want to come to the office 2 or 3 days a week as well. They're like, well, we need you here 5 days a week, and we're all human beings. I know comparison is the thief of joy or whatever, but it's a natural thing that we do. We cannot help it, no matter how much we try. And in some businesses, like obviously comps in real estate are really important. Comps in business purchases are really important. Comps in NFL contracts are really important. So you see Jauan Jennings, who last year signed, I would say, a very player-friendly $15 million contract. He had never been that productive. He was a third or fourth string, wide receiver. They were led by Aiyuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo, and he was truly a role player. So you're like, hey, we're going to take care of you. We're going to get it in on this early. He's like, cool. I mean, it was a no-brainer for him to sign that contract. Then things changed a year later. He's like, I'm making $7.5 million right now, which, again, seemed cool last year until I caught 77 balls and had 6 touchdowns. Because I've had a front row seat now for years of watching guys hold out. Now, I understand when Trent Williams holds out. First ballot Hall of Famer. Nick Bosa, one of the best players on the team. Debo Samuel, even though it was kind of controversial at the time, had literally just carried our team to the NFC Championship game. But I saw Brandon Aiyuk last year. He was coming off the season where he caught 75 balls and had 1 more touchdown than me. So, yeah, he had some more yards. But in terms of catch volume, I had a couple more catches. And in terms of touchdowns, he only had 1 more. So, do I think I'm a $30 million wide receiver? Probably not. But I'm definitely way more valuable than a $7.5 million wide receiver. And here's the other thing. Coming into the season, Ayuk's knee's torn. Ricky Pearsall is already injured. Like, I am clearly the number 1 wide receiver on this team heading into week 1. Not even debatable. So the going rate, when I see that he wants a trade or a contract, some additional money added to his contract, don't totally blame him. Now, if I was the 49ers and trying to talk him off the ledge because I cannot handle another holdout in training camp, I'd go, listen, God, I'm fired up. The British Open is here. The biggest names in golf teeing it up across the pond to chase history, the game's original major. Want to make some cash while watching people play golf? You can by betting on the action at Royal Portrush with DraftKings Sportsbook. From the opening round through Championship Sunday, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with live betting, player props, and so much more. If you've never bet on golf before, it's easier than you think. Just pick something simple like a golfer to win the tournament. Rory McIlroy. Can he win his second major of the year? This is where he grew up. Last time it did not go well. He missed the cut. I do think Rory's going to be a major factor. John Rahm playing really well. Scotty Scheffler. Can he finally break through? You can also bet top 10s, top 20s, parlay them together. Does not get any easier. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the code JOHN. That's code JOHN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. If you have another big season, which I promise you plan on having, I'd be stunned if he caught 77 balls last year if he didn't catch 80-plus balls this season. He has a good rapport with Brock Purdy. Typically, free agency in the NFL is not good. We have seen in years past where guys, you're like, wait, how much did Christian Kirk just make? It happens all the time, where a wide receiver hits free agency and gets overpaid by 20, 30, 40% because of the supply does not equal the demand. Right? Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, and Chris Carter, and Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase don't hit free agency in their prime right now. That's not how it works. Good players stay on their team. So if you're just a solid player, an above-average player, a good starter, you get overpaid. So listen, Jauan, you come in and dominate and produce, you'll get easily like 3 years, $60 million. Hell, someone might give you 3 years, $75 million and $50 million guaranteed. Like you will get some money. And I'm sure that's what the 49ers are trying to convince and talk him into right now. But I totally understand where Jauan Jennings is going. Like, listen, I see Garrett Wilson, who, again, better player than me. I'm not asking for $90 million, but he catches these balls on losing teams. Like, I'm productive on a team who has these expectations to, like, compete for the Super Bowl. Like, you need me. I've been making big plays for you now for a while. And here's the other thing, Kyle. You cannot play in this offense if you don't block. Like, that's a huge thing with Kyle Shanahan and the wide receivers. You have to block. Why? We have a run first offense. Well, who's arguably the best, if not one of the best, blocking wide receivers in the NFL? Me. So it's like, yeah, it's like even if my production is never going to equal the elite of the elites, and if you say in my prime relative to Aiyuk before he got injured, I'm not as good as him, okay, we can have an honest conversation here. But I'm the best fucking blocker on the team when it comes to wide receivers, and probably it's not even that close. Ayuk's good, but it's like physically he can't match me, and we see Jauan Jennings throwing guys, into the coolers. So this is a situation that like I could see getting complicated. And listen, in life, and a lot of you young people listening to this, I had no leverage in my 20s. Hell, I didn't have that much leverage in most of my 30s. Life's hard. And for most of your life, especially when you're young, you can get animated and agitated when it comes to your professional working life, whether that's working for someone, whether it's creating your own thing, however it goes. It's a grind and it can wear on you. But I remember Colin said this a long time ago. You don't get leverage that often in life, and when you do, use it. LeBron is an outlier. He had leverage for 20 plus years. First time ever. Now it's like, you don't really have it anymore. And Jauan Jennings, not saying that he has leverage like he's Jerry Rice in his prime, but the 49ers are pretty dependent on him. Like, they need Jauan Jennings. And the going weight for these wide receivers now, I mean, an average guy makes like $23, $24 million. And again, he's seen it firsthand, wide receivers, them take advantage of the 49ers. This is why teams are so adamant. We don't want to set the precedent. We don't want to set the precedent of doing this. Because the moment you do, once you give the brother ice cream, the other brother wants ice cream as well. And the 49ers capitulated to Aiyuk's demands. Jauan Jennings is like, why won't they capitulate to mine? Don't blame him at all for having that mindset.